Hi, I'm Nicole W0106999.AVI. My student number is W0106999, and I'm currently in my second semester of study at the University of Southern Queensland. Throughout my schooling, the most crucial and most influential issue that arose on many occasions was multiculturalism. Australia is known for its multicultural society, and we are known for accepting people of a different ethnic background. So I guess what needs to be asked is, if we are so accepting of different ethnic backgrounds, why are there so many racial comments, emails, and attacks? The two events that I'll be using as evidence are as follows: one attack and one email. The first claimed racial attack that was publicly shown in January 2010 was a 21-year-old Indian student who had been attacked by a group of males in suburban Melbourne. This incident is the latest in a stated assault on Indian students that have led to claims racist violence is escalating around the city. Why is it that people put violence before compassion? Why do we not accept Indians? Another form of racism that is popular is emails. Australians create many emails that may be funny to one person and heartbreaking to another. The email states, "Immigrants, not Australians, must adapt. Take it or leave it. I'm tired of this nation worrying about whether we are offending some individual or their culture." The email begins, "We speak English, not Spanish, Lebanese, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, or any other language. Therefore, if you wish to become a part of our society, learn the language. We are happy with our culture and we have no desire to change. And we really don't care how you did things where you came from. This is our country, our land, our lifestyle, and we will allow every opportunity to enjoy all this. But once you are done complaining, whining, and griping about our flag, our pledge, our national motto, our way of life, I highly encourage you to take advantage of one other great Australian freedom. If you are not happy here, then move. We didn't force you to come here. You asked to be here. So accept the country you accepted." As seen in the email shown, we show no compassion. And this is only one of many emails that are sent around to Australian families every day. The email clearly states that if you are not happy to learn our way of life, then you do not belong here. But if we accept these cultures, I think we should be encouraging them to learn English instead of telling them where to go back to where they came from. Racism is a major concern for both the society and the public and for students in schools. By teaching students at a young age about racism and how it affects others, we can only hope that racism will make a difference in our diversity. For class ideas or using these events as a curriculum, I would suggest for Year 6 or 7. I will explain to students what had occurred in Melbourne to the Indian student and explain that he was targeted because of his ethnic background. I will also show students the email. I will get students to write a paragraph about their thoughts of the attack and email and whether they believe these are in accordance to our multicultural society or not. I will then give students pictures of different races and get the students to describe each detail about what is different. For example, their colour or eye shape. I will then do a worksheet up of the inside of their body and get the students to describe the differences. With there being none, the students should write, "Why should we treat someone different because they're different on the outside, when they're the same on the inside?" We would also plan to have a day where we give each student a country and they are to bring in their traditional food and wear their traditional clothing, this representing that we all eat the same food whether it be traditional to our country or not. We still have it in our daily or weekly meals. Every country in some way wear the same clothing, so once again, just because it's a tradition for one country, why should we disagree with their beliefs? The next could be to give the students this statement. Australia is a country of diversity in both its natural environment and its human landscape. Australians come from this country and from many countries around the world. We live in urban and rural settings. We have different colours, cultures, religions and beliefs. Our strength is in our diversity and commonly shared Australian values, which unite us. We are part of one people, infinitely varied in our secondary characteristics. We need to work towards achieving harmony and ultimately unity in our society, moving forward together. Then get the students to create a poster with different cultures that will represent harmony and being accepting of other cultures in accordance to this statement. I will then get the students to write the meaning on the bottom of the poster of what they believe unity is. The next idea would be to give the students a quiz to do which will show their understanding of what they should do when racism is occurring. Such questions could be like, you are a student at a school that has students from many different cultural backgrounds. One day you hear laughter coming from behind one of the buildings, and when you go and look, you find a group of Year 10 students writing an anti-Aboriginal and anti-Asian slogans on the wall. There are some younger students from various backgrounds watching but not laughing. What do? The students will be given multi-choice answers and they have to choose one. Some of the answers could be like, tell the students they're being racist and run away. Tell the students they're being racist and report it to the teacher on playground duty. Are embarrassed but don't want to feel left out, so you laugh along with the other students. Add some more slogans to the wall. By creating these tasks, the students will be learning about the difference and understanding. They will be able to understand different cultures, food and clothing. The quiz will show how the students have grasped the understanding of racism and will be able to demonstrate if what they have learnt they have taken in, and will allow the teacher to see what the students will do when out in a situation where racism is a common factor. After performing these tasks, I will go back to the email and attack and see if students have a different opinion on what they have seen now than they did before performing these tasks. I will then get them to write the paragraph again and see the difference in their thoughts. I will remind the students that physical features should never define a person. Australia is a multicultural society, and that's the way we need to stay. On the screen now are the following references that were used throughout this presentation. Thank you.